kind of strange because there's so many people here from the cast and crew that I haven't seen. It's sort of like being at your high school reunion. First, I'd like to thank the Film Society of Lincoln Center for organizing this screening. And I also wanted to thank Sarah Pillsbury and Midge Sanford, the producers. They deserve a big and you know, I actually want to thank you guys also. This is a kind of 25-year late thank you for making the movie, because I didn't realize how hard it was to be a producer back then. I thought, you know, I was kind of naive, so I thought, you know, making a movie, you just sort of, you know, you go out there, you pitch it, you get the money, and you just make it. And it took me all these years, 25 years, to realize that it is a nearly impossible job. So thank you, ladies, for putting this together. As I said, there's a lot of the cast and crew who are here who will get to meet after the screening. But I just briefly wanted to, I started thinking about some of my memories of making the film. And one of the things I remembered, actually, was that we started it was, I think, maybe early September 1984 when we first started shooting. So when you watch the movie, I remember the first shot we shot was the scene on St. Mark's Street, where Susan, the character Susan, walks down the street and finds the newspaper with the stolen earrings. So that was the very first scene that we shot, and I remember looking at Midge and Sarah on the street and kind of all of us looking at each other and with this kind of goofy grin, realizing that we were actually making a movie. It sort of didn't hit us until that day. The other star of the movie, in my opinion, is also New York City. I mean, New York has changed so much in the last 25 years, especially downtown New York. And I think what's interesting about the film, and I haven't seen it on the big screen in 25 years, so I'm very nervous and curious to see it, but I think the early and mid-'80s was a really interesting time in New York because it was really pre-gentrification. So downtown really had this very interesting and authentic, gritty quality that no longer exists downtown. In fact, some of the places like Danceteria no longer exists. The boutique Love Saves the Day isn't there. I think it went out of business 2 years ago. And when you see, there's a scene where Roberta is running down the street with the tutu and a birdcage. That was filmed, it looks like it's in a bombed out, abandoned building. That was, I think, like 12th and 13th Street and 1st Avenue. It's now an NYU dorm. So that's how much things have changed. And the other thing I just wanted to mention, because again, thinking back on it, it's sort of interesting, is that this is one of the early films that really had so many women involved behind the camera, in front of the camera, on the production level. And back in 1984, when we got a green light, there were, I can't think of too many other films, if any, where the producers were female, the director was female, the stars, two leading ladies were female, the writer was female. So it really was kind of interesting in that respect as well. Anyway, a group of us will be up here afterwards to do a Q&A. I hope you enjoyed the film. I hope it passes the test of time. I hope you like it, and I hope my son, who is here and has never seen it, he was waiting for a special occasion to look at it. I hope, Ozzy, that you like it.